So the story that I'm sharing in this video today is a little bit embarrassing for me, but the lesson from it is actually so good that I decided I really wanted to share it with you today. What we're going to talk about is basically fear, our belief systems, and what my spiritual journey ultimately taught me about money and success. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today I really wanted to talk to you about basically the manifestation of fear in our lives and how, with the amalgamation of programming from society, how it creates this altered desire for success that I know myself, and you actually may have never even really naturally wanted, but that you were taught to want, and that you were taught to chase after, and that you were taught to hustle until you die to get. That's what I want to talk about today through my own story and what I've discovered and experienced myself. So if you're ready, buckle in, we're getting into it. Oh, and today's video is actually sponsored by me, my loves, because I am throwing the doors open once more. It's very apt to talk about this in this video for the School of Prosperity. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit later in the video, and also I want to invite you to an upcoming workshop. But yeah, today's video is sponsored by me. So from the time that I was 17, I always knew that I wanted to be an entertainment news host. I was really into celebrity news at the time. I was 17, right? And no shame in that. I think it's still super interesting, and I'll still read once in a while, like even a Daily Mail article, and you might know that I used to work there, and that it's not news, but it exists. So there's that. I also thought that the kind of lifestyle that I dreamed of, as you'll find out, the kind of lifestyle that I was programmed to dream of, could only be attainable through that type of job, through that type of career. I thought, as an entertainment news host, I would have my makeup and hair done every day, and I'd have a car allowance, and I'd have a wardrobe, and I'd have this posh apartment in this great car, and I'd be on TV, and I'd be so glamorous, right? And I thought that I surely could not be happy without those things that I've been programmed to want, right? Obviously at the time I didn't know I was programmed to want it, but that's right. And around 20 years old, I entered into a relationship that I would get basically stuck in without knowing I was stuck until I was 24. When the divine beloved finally pulled me out, intervened, and ripped that relationship out of my life. Thank God, a grace from God, for real. And on a conscious level, in this relationship, I thought I was in love with this person, right? This was my first real love. He's the male version of me. We love to drink and party, and we're the life of the party, and everybody comes to us to go out, and we all go out together and pregame, and I love that. That's what I love. I love a larger than life. Yeah, okay. So that's what I thought I loved, right? But what was really happening, and I've said this before, is that my demons at the time really liked to play with his demons. So they kept me around, they kept him around. And honestly, subconsciously, and I wouldn't understand this until many years after it ended, I subconsciously equated being with this person to being saved, to having the type of life that I've been dreaming of my entire life, because his family was very wealthy. He wasn't independently wealthy at all. He was not a very ambitious person, but he came from wealth. And on an unconscious level, this was purely unconscious, I believed that I would be provided for if I made this work, right? On a conscious level, he's my best friend, love of my life, blah, blah, blah. Tornado and a volcano. Back in the day, that song with Rihanna and Eminem. I thought it was so romantic. Like, oh, we're in a toxic, destructive relationship. Look at how fiery we are. Look at how passionate we are. No, it's not true. That's not a thing. But I realized years later that there's a thing about these two mentalities that I had with wanting to be an entertainment news host and wanting to marry this person and be with this person. And we were on that track, right? This mentality that I have to become super rich in order to have everything that I want and to have nice dinners and nice things and big cars, big houses, nice cars, I don't know, all those cool stuff, brand name things, materialistic things, diamonds, all those things. Those desires and those mentalities of it's either going to come from this or from this is the same as when we, and I know that we've all been there, when we want to manifest winning the lottery and we're, thinking the only way I could be happy, the only way I could live a life that I want and take care of my friends and my family and myself and have everything that I want is by winning the lottery. It's the same mentality. And this is a mentality of creating self-limiting beliefs. It is the mentality of absolutely closing the doorways of opportunities that exist in every little part of our reality. You can turn left and walk through a new doorway. You can turn right and walk through a new doorway. You can take half an inch forward and there's another doorway there. But the thing is that when your belief system says, oh, the only way I could be happy and the only way I could get the things that I want is through these 3 doorways, when literally infinite doorways exist, all but those 3 doorways shut. And then you have to stumble around this world finding one of those 3 doorways. And to be really lucky, that's where probability comes in, to be really lucky to walk through that door. So, there's a lot of lotteries you can win, but if you're only buying 1 ticket, then you literally only have that 1 doorway of opportunity. And metaphysically, to walk through that doorway of opportunity can definitely happen. It's a possibility. But why would you shut out all the beautiful ways that prosperity and abundance can come into your life for just that? Right? And that's what I was doing with those 2 belief systems. If these 2 things happen, if I can make them happen, then I will be happy and I will be provided for. But here's the kicker. When we reduce these desires, let's even put aside the doorways of opportunities. When we reduce our desires for fortune, our desires to marry rich or to win the lottery or even get a specific job that you believe will provide for you in the way you desire, all of these desires really originate from the same place, believe it or not, and that place is fear. And this is a really huge thing that I learned in my thorough studies of abundance and prosperity. It is that ultimately what we're all seeking, what we're all looking for is to be safe. We just want to feel safe. And we will do crazy and irrational things to create safety around us. And that's why a lot of times when people do become very wealthy, they are afraid of losing it. There's still that fear there. So they buy a lot of things. And the more material you become, the more your ego starts to say, oh, I must be safe because I'm becoming denser. I'm becoming more, there's more things around me. So I must be more real. I must be more material, more physical. That's obviously absurd, right? That's not, being more material and being more dense and physical does not equate to being safe. Having 10 handbags isn't going to save you from anything. Most of our desires that aren't naturally ours do originate from this place, this fear of feeling unsafe, fear of not having enough, fear of death, ultimately, believe it or not. Yes, your desire to win the lottery originates in a fear of death. And these fears, of course, are not truly yours because you are spirit. You are unlimited. You know the truth. You know that you are all that there is and you never die. You're never born, but it's your ego. Our ego is the shell that covers our true self, our soul. They're programmed, they're indoctrinated, they're socialized to want these luxurious lifestyles and all that comes with it. Those mansions, the cars, the private jets, butlers, if that's a thing anymore, handbags, diamonds, etc. All that. And our egos eat it all up. We start to equate riches with safety. If I'm rich, I will be safe. If I'm rich, my family and my friends and my loved ones will be safe. And what is rich in our society? Of course, rich is all those things. It's that flashy lifestyle, those mansions, the cars, the private jets, the buying. Buy so you can become more physical. Buy so you can become more dense, more matter. These are all distractions. These are all ways that we feed the illusion, the matrix that we're stuck in. So what my intention here today is, behind this video, I have several intentions, but one of my intentions is to first tell you that I've been there, right? I'm still undoing all this. I'm unraveling, I'm unknowing, but I've been convinced, indoctrinated that I can only be happy if I achieve this one type of success that society has programmed me to desire. And I've really gotten to where I am, I'm still going through a lot of deprogramming and reprogramming. It's a constant unraveling, and it honestly keeps life interesting. So I'm not complaining, but I have gotten a place where many of you may have gotten as well, to know that true happiness exists outside of that indoctrination. True success lies outside of that. And listen, you might want that lifestyle. You might want that flashy life, that big life, that very loud type of success. And this is not a judgment to that. As long as that is your true desire, go for that. Manifest that, babe. You deserve to have whatever it is that you want. You came to physicality to enjoy all that this experience has. And if you want to become a multi-cajillionaire with 10 cars, 14 private mansions with 50 bathrooms in each one, do that. That's your thing. That's your right. But make sure that it comes from a true place of joy, of happiness, and that it doesn't come from fear. That it doesn't come from society told me I'm supposed to want this. So what I had to do in my own life, what changed the entire game for me, is rethinking my idea of success. And rethinking my version of success led me to reimagining my entire life, really. I realized what was important to me and what wasn't. And I aligned to this new version of success that felt holistic to me. It felt whole, it felt natural, right? It felt good. I no longer chased after handbags and high heels and flashy cars. And again, it's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to judge anybody who has a different version of success than me. I'm just saying that I was brainwashed for so long to only believe in one type of success, to only understand one type of success, right? So if these are things that you want, let those be your things. You're allowed. There is no good and bad. I just know that in my own life, I thought those were my things and it turned out to not be my things, right? I realized that my version of success is providing for myself and my family effortlessly, okay? It was to have the ability to access any book that I could want, any workshop, any self-development program, any gym, any exercise class I could ever want, right? It was to be able to eat clean, to eat organic foods, organic vegan foods. And it was to live life on my own schedule. That's what success was and is for me. It's different, and I could only begin to manifest it, and I believe that everybody could only begin to manifest their version of success once they clearly define it. What is it that you actually want? So once I clearly defined it, I began to realize that, my limiting beliefs that I could only achieve this type of success, this type of abundance and prosperity was through that certain job or through a boyfriend or literally winning the lottery. These were all restricting the creative, powerful force of the universe, letting the universe step in to align me to what I really wanted, what I really valued. So awareness is the first step, my loves. And when I became aware of my limiting beliefs and my true desires, what success really was for me, the doorways of opportunities flew open, and they're still open, because you get into this cycle of you manifest, you finally align to this beautiful life that you're grateful for all the time. And the more gratitude you express, the more your life, deepens and expands and grows more and more beautiful, the more the universe gives you to be grateful for. And I was able to do more than I ever even imagined after rewriting my belief systems and bringing awareness to parts of my life that were still in the shadows, right? And years ago, I wrote myself a check from the limitless bank of the universe. And in the memo section, I wrote for being myself. And so I wake up every day grateful that I was able to manifest that life through redefining and reimagining my entire life in a way that felt natural to me. What is it that I actually want? When's the last time you asked yourself, what is it that you actually want? What is it that you actually need? And I find it to be an act of rebellion to do that instead of do what society tells you to do. It's an act of rebellion. This is just me learning how to say words for 20 minutes. So my intention for this video is to say that one thing that sparked something within you, right? That's kind of how I make my videos. I structure them. I download the information and then I write it on a script and then I say it. And I know that something that I have to say is a prescription. It's a code for one person out there listening, and it's going to give them that right, that moment. I live for those aha moments, and people are going to get them from different things that they hear, and people are going to feel different ways about the different things that I say. But ultimately you watched and you got all the way here because this is a stepping stone in your journey, and this is going to create some sort of change within you because you're receiving energetic codes from this right now. My words, my intention, this video, this community, and as more people watch, they put their intention into it, and all together, we create this vortex of energy that's going to change our lives because we're going to redefine what success is for us and reimagine what kind of life we want to live. So that is also incidentally how I structured my course, the School of Prosperity, which I'm opening right now for only 4 days. I open it once a year. And listen, I know that the word prosperity has turned into a total cliche. I know what people say. I know what's out there. I get that. I also think that a lot of you know me as a person, and I know myself, and I know that the motto that I live by is to always over deliver, always give more value than somebody pays for, always give more than I am given. And that could be a shadow aspect of myself, not feeling worthy, not believing how transformative something I make or give to somebody is, and feeling like, okay, well, I know that this is incredible, but let me give them all of this stuff too so that I can make sure it's incredible so that nobody will be unhappy. That's like that people pleasing mentality, which I'm working on. But yeah, I know that what I've created is something really good. And there's been 500 students who have gone through it and have changed their lives because of it and have started new careers and have done really well, even through the crazy year that we just finished up, right? I guess it's not even just finished up. We're like almost midway through the year. Existential crisis. So I mean prosperity. When I talk about School of Prosperity, I mean prosperity in its most natural state. I mean the prosperity that comes from actually becoming abundance embodied. It's super esoteric, right? It's the remembrance that the soul of the universe, the soul that you do you see? That's a Freudian slip. The soul that you and I and everything comes from isn't limited by anything, and especially not this physical matter reality that we live in. And that's why we can literally do anything, become anything. So I created this super fun course that takes you on a journey through your belief systems, your inherited beliefs, plant seeds of encouragement, hope, faith, and inspiration, and just kind of reprograms and rewires your mind to notice that success is already here. That abundance, financial freedom, all that good stuff is already here. So the major goal of this course really is to strip you of your blind spots, because that's the thing that I noticed while creating this course. That's what led me to create the course. I noticed that we have these blind spots that literally are blocking our own blessings from us because we can't see this. We can't see what's right there. We're not able to have that flow of creative energy, of abundance, of prosperity in our lives. So what we do is we, in the course, bring your attention to all the hidden abundance that already exists in your life, bringing your focus and attention to that magic in your life, and therefore, naturally, automatically, with ease, attracting all those things to you. So this program includes, on a physical level, over 20 instructional and educational videos that will lift you into the frequency of prosperity just through sitting and immersing yourself through the lectures, really. And you're gonna also get 5 hypnotherapy and meditation sessions, manifest abundance while you sleep, baby, a magical affirmation MP3 for abundance, 4 bonus workshops. 4! You remember that people-pleasing thing, that over-delivering thing? It really pays off for you. And personally, I really like to create things, so it pays off for me too. And people love the workshops, and people don't, usually I barely get any returns. But I mean, if you want to return 28-day money back guaranteed, no questions asked. I don't have time to ask you questions, okay? I love you. You don't want the course? Here's your money. You don't need to be in the course. Also, you get invited into the Mastermind Facebook group and a lot more. There's workbooks in there. There's all this cool stuff. And if that deal isn't sweet enough already, let me sweeten it, even though I know it's already sweet enough because I told you about my motto a second ago. I also want to invite all my new students and my old students, because I really like them, to a brand new live workshop. It's exclusive to the School of Prosperity students. It is about the hidden secrets of prosperity. So we're going to meet on Zoom. We're going to meditate. We're going to learn. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to get inspired by one another. We're going to set intentions together. We're going to give each other ideas and advice about how to manifest certain things that we're working on. Okay? We're going to do a bunch of things that we always do. And I know that sounds good to you because it sounds good to me. And we're each other's people. Okay? So the doors are only open for 4 days this year. And I'm going to be going live on Facebook, in the Facebook group, every day that the cart is open to answer questions and connect with you. So the sooner you join, the more you can access those live streams that are just for the students. So I'm going to link that below for you. The price is actually ridiculous. You're going to really be happy. And if you're not, take your money back. It's yours. I have plenty. Thank you. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. The podcast is coming soon. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.